Once, Jesus was walking from one town to another. Outside of one little village, there were 10 men who had such a bad disease they were not allowed into town. They were lepers, and lepers had to stay outside the village. They could not come close to anyone without calling out a warning to the other person. So they didn't dare to get close to Jesus. They knew who he was, and they believed that he could help them. From far away they called to Jesus, "Master, have mercy on us." We know that Jesus loved people and that he felt concern for those people who were sick. Jesus healed many people. Sometimes he touched them or told them to do a certain thing. When he saw this man, he was compassionate and wanted to help them. Jesus said a strange thing. "Go, show yourself unto the priest." Now this is what a sick person was supposed to do when he got well. He would go and show himself to the priest. Have you ever had the measles or chickenpox? Sometimes when we have this disease, we have to go to see the doctor before we can go back to the school. He will look at the skin and he may say, "Yes, you're well, go back to the school." Or he may say, "No, those bumps are not quite gone yet. Wait a few days before you go back to the school." Well, that's what Jesus told these 10 lepers to do. Go to the priest and see if he says you are well yet. But they were not well yet. They knew they still had leprosy spots on them. What a strange thing for Jesus to tell them. The Bible tells us that while they were going on the way to see the priest, their disease was made well. They were clean from the disease. The ugly spots were gone. As they walked to see the priest, they were obeying what Jesus told them to do, and Jesus healed them. One of the lepers looked down at his skin and saw that he was healed. Do you know what he did? He immediately ran back toward Jesus. With a loud voice, he began to glorify God because he knew it was God who had healed him. When he reached to the place where Jesus was, he fell down at Jesus' feet in worship and praise, saying, "Thank you, thank you." Just think how his whole life was changed. Now he was not sick but well. Now he didn't have to stay outside the village. He could go back to his home and live with his family. He could go work and care for his family. What a wonderful thing to be well again. Of course he was thankful. I think I would want to thank Jesus too. I think I will thank Jesus. I hope that I would. But I'm not really sure if I would thank and glorify God or not. Sometimes I know I'm not thankful for all the things He does for me. Now think, boys and girls, how many sick men were there in the group who met Jesus outside the city? Who can remember? Yes, there were 10. How many come back to thank Jesus? That's right, only one. Jesus said, "I healed 10 people. Where are the other 9? Only this one come back to glorify God." Then Jesus looked at the happy man and said, "Get up and go on your way. Your faith has made you well." I wonder, boys and girls, if I would have been the thankful one or if I would have gone without thanking Jesus. I wonder what you would have done. Are we thankful for all the things Jesus does for us? Do we tell Him thank you often? We should always be careful to thank Jesus.